connectivity is a crucial condition for digitization. Indeed, modern digital applications like precision farming require the speed, quality and responsiveness that can only be delivered by very high capacity broadband networks. The availability of fast and reliable internet connection in rural areas is therefore crucial to enable the development of all future smart solutions for our agriculture and rural business. Fast internet will also help bring better information, education and health services, all essential for enabling generational renewal in farming and the development of a modern rural economy.
Rural is a challenge. I mean, that's exactly where the European Investment Bank comes in. We have basically tried to mitigate market failures. Broadband has a significant part in playing in making the economies more sustainable. I mean, we have seen it with the COVID crisis, what it takes to change the economic way of activities. Clearly, areas which did have or do have access to very high capacity, they have been much less affected by the crisis than areas which are not.
The pandemic has speed up, has pushed the needs of the internet. The digital gap will have a much bigger impact in the future than ever before. Because we believe that the whole human being society is at the entering gate or stage of the information society. The connectivity is going to be as important as the water and electricity. It's about it will become a basic fundamental right. But what is the most important thing? I think no matter what application to be developed, the connectivity or it's basically the precondition. Without connectivity, you can do nothing. Whatever smart could not be implemented.
We need at least basic connection. E-learning, e-commerce, teleworking. Sometimes it's enough. And if we will not have as quick as possible the coverage for all people in rural area, it will be not easy. We should think to have the common goal to build this gigabyte society as soon as possible, but immediately we must cover all people. I heard that these vouchers for satellites in few hundreds euro, they also covered some people who need this. So I think that we should think about combination, and the first goal is that as soon as possible we give the connectivity to those people who want.
I would like to draw your attention to the attractiveness of rural areas especially for the young entrepreneurs, young farmers, youth, our teenagers' point of view. It's not about following YouTube videos and cat videos in the internet. It's about filling your tax declaration, being in contact with your business partners, applying for support in the CAP, doing that in a less efficient manner. Rural life quite often is not very romantic, picturesque way of life. It's hard living. Sometimes it's tough, but you need to bring in the means for those, especially young families, young people that are looking forward to make a living out of rural economy.
I see that already now, when most of the people has worked remotely, we have seen the need and the huge benefits of fast and workable internet connection, both in rural and urban areas. It is very important to get the markets and industries back to running. And I see that digital development has important role to play. But when it comes to recovery and next generation plan, it is essential all recovery measures are available already during transitional period. We need all investments and recovery sooner than later.
We have seen how effective our networks are already, because in spite of some doubts and fears that the networks will break down during the COVID crisis, was not the case. They were stable, and the resilience was already strong enough. This was also the result of the BEREC. You know, BEREC is this, the institution of all telecom regulation authorities here in Brussels. They made a monthly report on the situation on the networks in the member states, and it was and more or less there were no big problems. In spite, it was a big increase of using the networks.